Chile is the global leader in copper production. And what is copper? It's a reddish-colored metal. It's an excellent heat and electricity conductor. It's 100% recyclable, and it has antibacterial properties. This is why it's everywhere. Working with it and combining it with other metals is simple. Producing it, that's not so simple. First, you have to find it. Geologists search for and analyze potential deposits using geological maps, satellite images, and samples from sites. Exploration is a process that requires plenty of effort and resources. It doesn't assure good results, but it's a key step for mining development. Deposits with a copper concentration that justifies its exploitation are rarely found. Once a deposit is found, copper extraction requires the development and building of a mine and a processing plant. Depending on their production levels, mining companies shall belong to the small, medium, or large-scale mining industry. The large-scale mining industry extracts, processes, and exports 95% of Chilean copper and is represented by the Consejo Minero or Mining Council. At the deposits, copper ore can be found in two forms, oxide and sulfide ores. In both cases, the extraction begins with breaking up the rocks by blastings conducted under strict security measures. Later, mechanical shovels gather this fragmented material. Only a fraction of this material has sufficient copper ore in order to be transported to the crusher, where the rocks are reduced to the size of a soccer ball. An important concept is the copper ore grade. This refers to the percentage of copper ore contained within the rock. A lower concentration means a lower ore grade, and a lower ore grade means more material must be processed in order to obtain copper. As deposits are exploited, the copper ore grade lowers, which consequently increases the difficulty of obtaining copper. In the case of sulfide ore, the crushed rock is mixed with water and is then pulverized. In flotation cells, the particles that contain copper adhere to air bubbles that float to the surface and overflow in the form of foam. Water is extracted in order to be recycled. The result is copper concentrate, which can either be exported as it is or can be sent to a smelter in Chile. This copper concentrate is submitted to extremely high temperatures in subsequent ovens, resulting in a liquid which is then molded into copper plates called anodes. These anodes are then brought to a refinery to obtain plaques called copper cathodes, which are ready for exportation. In the case of oxide ores, the fragmented rock is submitted to processes that dissolve their copper content, which travels suspended in different solutions, increasing its concentration. Finally, the copper particles form copper cathodes, ready for exportation. The large-scale mining industry strives to carry out this process in a responsible way, from an economic, environmental, and social perspective. In order to do so, many people work in this industry: men and women, professionals, technicians, administrative staff, people from different backgrounds and professions. As a team, they must not only watch over the operation's efficiency, but also for the well-being of those who work in mining or live in its areas of influence. Internally, they must ensure good working conditions and high safety standards. They safeguard the care for the environment, minimizing and compensating negative effects through the use of advanced technology. They also create bonds and strive to contribute to the development of host communities. Chile is the main producer of copper in the world, responsible for a third of worldwide production. From the total value of Chilean exports, more than half corresponds to copper, 40% of which is sent to China. Other important markets for Chilean copper are the European Union, Japan, and the United States. In recent years, the mining industry has financed approximately 1 out of every 5 pesos spent by the Chilean state. It also purchases a great amount of goods and services, encouraging activity in the construction, commerce, industry, and technological sectors, fostering the development of suppliers that later may also render these services to other countries in the world. The price of copper is important for Chilean economy. This price is expressed in dollars per pound and has been subject to many variations throughout time. The world's future brings important environmental, technological, health and feeding challenges, all areas in which copper has plenty to contribute. Copper in electric cars, solar panels, wind energy, efficient electric transmission, copper in microprocessors, in intelligent systems, copper in hospitals, in public spaces, copper in food production. A developed future requires more copper.